Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be annotating. I am not an annotator. I didn't even have annotation supplies. The most that I've ever annotated is like highlighting, and that's usually in like classics or books that I'm reading for school. I've never actually just annotated for fun. So I asked my followers on Bookstagram what annotation supplies I should get, and this begins our journey. We're going to be annotating Shatter Me. I'm about 100 pages in and I wanted to take you guys on the journey. So without further ado, here we go. Okay guys, update. I should have prefaced with this, but there are spoilers in this video. If you have not read Shatter Me yet and want to, I think they're pretty big, things that happen. Anytime that the video goes from me annotating back to me on screen like this, there will be spoilers. Also, just be mindful that there will be pages shown, and not all of them are in full view, but if you are trying to avoid spoilers, you might see some quotes in there. So just something to keep an eye out for. I'm sorry, I just had to pause in the middle of annotating. If you have not read this book, I hadn't. I've heard really good things about it. I think this book came out in 2011, okay? And all I've heard about it is that it's really good, it became a series, and that the writing in it is kind of weird and not a lot of people like it because it's supposed to be like representative of the way that the main character thinks, and at least at the beginning of the first book, she's not in a good mental space. So that's why some of the writing is a little weird. However, throughout the first like 100 pages, the story was good. The writing is a little weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, but the story has been pretty interesting, especially for somebody who doesn't really like dystopian and is kind of just getting into fantasy. It's really kept my interest. The world building hasn't been too complicated. The characters are really good. The insight like into the main character's mind has been really good. If you don't know what it's about a girl named Juliet who has this thing where nobody can touch her, because if they touch her, she like takes their life. They start to feel a lot of pain and they eventually die. So her parents, like, nobody understands her and likes her, and she gets sent to this jail, this prison essentially, in this dystopian society. And this guy who is in the military, or whatever version of the military they have in this society, takes her captive because he wants to use her as a weapon. Because, people are going to be afraid of her when they know what she's capable of. So that's happened in the first 100 pages. However, there's a guy who was in the prison with her who used to be in her elementary school, when school was still a thing and she was still with her family. And spoilers. You think that he doesn't know her, or like she thinks he doesn't remember her, but it turns out that he's actually there as a soldier. Like, she thinks he's just there as another person who is being held captive, but he's actually a soldier, like working for the guy who captures her, and this is how she ends up getting captured. So nobody can touch her, but on page 114, he confesses that he can, because I guess when they were in the prison, like the first night she was screaming because she was having nightmares. She's gone through a lot of trauma. And he realized he could touch her and wasn't in pain and didn't die. Like, I don't know if he didn't know that this was a thing, or he did and he did it anyway, but he just confessed and like touched her skin, not in a weird way. I mean, it's weird, but it's not weird. It's not open door. Like, nobody can touch her skin at all. Like, you can't like hold her hand. Like, you have to like be wearing gloves. You cannot touch her skin or you will get hurt. And he's fine. I don't know how you feel about this, because part of me is like, this is a really big deal, and the other part of me is like, is that believable? Like, just the guy who's gonna be the love interest just randomly can touch her with no explanation and everything's fine? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Okay, spoilers over. Let's try this again. I watched as he slipped away, wondering every moment, why? Why can he touch me? Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing, Juliet. I am asking the same thing. Good question. I've still been reading, and spoiler, page 125. I'm sorry. What? What? The person she killed was a little boy? Who was gonna tell me? Who was gonna tell me? The emotions in this book? I don't even think I can keep annotating today. Is this video just gonna be me? What? Okay, so not only can Adam randomly touch her without dying or any pain or negative repercussions, the person she killed that led her to this life of imprisonment was a little boy who she was trying to help. I want to text every friend who has ever told me to read this book and scream at them. Are you kidding? You all knew this? Both of those, what did I say the other, okay, page 114, we find out that he can touch her. Page 125, we find this out. I'm not even halfway through the book, y'all. What else can there be? Okay, maybe this video will be a little shorter than I anticipated. I think that's enough for one night. We'll pick it up again tomorrow.